Hello again there folks, TaterCat here. Last time we talked to a brain in a jar. That was a thing. Cold. Is Alma still with us? Sure is. It sure is chilly out there. It's December. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine? Yeah, he's a cool guy. Very respectful. Apparently got into some legal trouble and that's why he's like that. Really? He could also just be a really nice crackhead though. I have a cousin that lives like a hobo, actually. Really? It's a bit complicated, though. Problem is, his family has tried to get him to live with them, but his pride won't let him accept their help. Oh, he's one of those people, huh? He'd rather live on the streets for some reason. You can't tell with some people, sadly. God, my throat's fighting me. Why did he become a hobo in the first place? Bad investments in debt. Bank evicted him from his house. Oh. It's a serious problem because he has epileptic attacks and refuses to take his medication. Oh my god. I just don't get what's up with him. I don't either. Honey, some service here. I'm here, don't scream. Oh-ho, were you two hanging out in the back of the bar? What kind of stuff were you doing? Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? What do you want? Something soft, something sweet. No alcohol, please. Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from the vending machine? But I like you! Do you dislike my presence so much? Dots. Sweet non-alcoholic, you say? Alright. Dorothy wants something sweet and non-alcoholic. Let's see what we got. We could do a sugar rush, but I might just do a sparkle because why the fuck not? Nah, Moonblast, I know that. Yeah, let's do the sparkle star. 1, 2, and 1. Wow. Here, like you asked. See, you don't get this kind of treatment with the vending machines. Unless you're Lawrence. But he has that weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of cola. Lawrence? A friend of mine. He's a vending machine. Being reincarnated at his vending machine? Oh. Oh, but how impolite of me. I have no interest in watching that series. Honestly. I'm lovely, and my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Alma. The pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say? Yep. Why? Nothing. I guess I've heard about you before. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me! Mostly about your, luckiness. And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker. So much for trying to be subtle. Hey, I take pride in my job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself, thank you very much. Where do you work, Alma? I'm a hacker. Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says it's hacking, right? No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you really just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen? No. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll really get it. We don't know until you try, right? Last time I said that I had to jam a plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's ass. It was a success. Okay then. Let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright. First, I do some research on the target, OS, servers, how the information is stored, and all that. There's been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, and they're the exception rather than the rule. First, I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more valuable computers I find on the way. After that, I start testing networks. I go through the basic protocols, try known exploits as long as they don't trigger an alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all of the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. I see. Then, when I'm finally in, I go in and retrieve the user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user and get what I need. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone already gave me. But the usual way is using a buffer overflow. Buff. What happens next? What happens next? I create a backdoor in the system before leaving and covering my tracks. I can't handle it anymore! Alma, hack me! Hack me like you've never hacked anything before! Make my buffer overflow! Create the backdoor in me! Escalate your user privileges! Find flaws in my security!
Dots.
Sorry, I got carried away.
Oh shit, what happened?
Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook, but they make it sound like they're having sex instead? Suggestive scenes, yeah. Well, that whole thing kind of felt like that for me.
Really?
Well, I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything. But trust me, if you recorded yourself having a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you'd make millions. Plenty of them are an unexploited market.
Yeah, they probably are.
I see. Well, looks like my ride is here.
Your ride?
Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me.
Is it alright to ask that from him?
It's okay, I've known him since preschool. It just so happened that he got married to my sister. Hey Dorothy, need a ride? Can you drop me off by 3rd Street? Sure, it's on the way. Yay, I'll take you up on your offer then. Bye, honey. Later, Jill.
Take care. Streets seem noisy. Client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get? Oh, my. Well, aren't you fabulous? Why do you have a question mark on your face? Such a small yet comfortable place. Truly an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of the suburban desert. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather to forget their troubles for a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum of the vilest trash junkie can come kill their insides. Truly a real persona non grata. That's Latin for mysterious place, by the way. I'm so smart and philosophical. Alright, we got ourselves a personal non grata here. What will you have then? 17. Excuse me? I said 17. 7 plus 10. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Just to be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be. 17... No, it can't be 17... No, it can be 17 ingredients, I guess. You know what, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, explain. The total of ingredients here add up to 17. Beautiful. And what brings you here, Mr... I'm Armandio. Virgilio Armandio. See, I introduced myself using Asian order because that's a lot more polite. Right. And I came here looking for an otherworldly experience. I was passing by and saw this place called Valhalla. I want to see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls. The golden hall full of never-ending banquets, the lively Valkyries looking over them. We have some arcade machines on the corner. No. You're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving a mystical air to a mundane affair. I wanted to see drunk people. I wanted to see waitresses and food. You're at a bar. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, you're out of luck. Today's been quite the slow day. Not that I'm very surprised given how things are going in the streets though. Humans are a nasty bunch, that much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other. But that's too expected from the only mammal to kill its own. I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Yeah, it's not. Have you ever seen the fucking, like, wars that chimps go out on each other? Not to mention that, you know, lions. There's a lot. Oh yeah, then give me an example, non-zoologist bartender. Like I said, I don't know the exact details, I just know it isn't right. If memory serves right, once a lion takes over a pride, every cub born from another lion is killed, or something. Takes over a pride? You can't take over pride. Pride isn't a tangible thing. God, you're annoying. You need to stop making things up, non-zoologist bartender. Dots. Yeah, same. But going back to the topic, do you know what the number 17 means? The atomic number for chlorine? No, and Chloe isn't my name, not a number. And Chloe is a name, not a number, you know? What? The group where halogens are in the periodic table? Stop making up words like halogens, periodic, and table. Okay, then I give up. 17 is us. Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. The number is the whole foundation of you and me. It's 23. What is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17. Well, they're both prime numbers, so it's the same idea. It's really not. Did you see it's the same primal idea? Primal. Do you want anything else? I'd like a single plum floating in perfume, served in a man's hat. He wants a plum floating perfume in a... Son of a bitch. Yeah, he wants this fucking thing. I guess just... Shake, shake. I like that it's called a plum fume. Here. Ah, you didn't. Wait, you did. Enjoy. I'll drink this, perfume. You really don't have to. Yeah, that would be silly. You win this round, bartender. Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death? How? What if we're already dead? Both of us. What? What tells you I even existed before I entered that door? Man, I can't deal with people like you. How can you assure me this reality is real and we're not in fact in heaven or hell all along? Yeah, I know about the theory of we're all in hell and then we're gonna die when we realize that that wasn't the real world, blah blah blah. What if everything to this point is just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in his room? I'll have you know, there's actually probably a lot of unemployed 20-somethings that write really well. I'm an unemployed 30-something, and I haven't fucking published a goddamn thing, but that's because I don't know how. Also, I'm bad at finishing things. I could punch you to make you feel reality. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality is real for me, and that's all that matters. Such a close-minded way of seeing things. Now I'm kind of on Jill's side of the whole, like, what if we're in a simulation? Well, okay, what are you gonna do about it then? You gonna somehow figure out how to escape the reality that you're in? Have fun with that. I'm gonna go fucking do other shit. I realize I gave him a voice that's a little bit like the, that one detective, but like... What other voice would you give this fucking frou-frou piece of shit? You need to get away from factual facts. Open your mind to things beyond your reach. Dude, I'm neurodivergent. Do you have any idea how my fucking brain works? Because sometimes I don't know why it works that way it does. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. The habanera has started! The habanera? It means Twilight of the Gods in German, by the way. The habanera is a pepper. I don't like habanero. Well, that's habanero, but whatever. I don't like habaneros either. I can tell you habanero is not fucking German. Well, you're on your own, but enjoy your new world order. What? Couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems. Oh, hell. Let me take a look out the window. Be careful. Dots. See a lot of flashes in the distance, most likely gunshots. Jill, come here for a sec. What? About 5 5 gigabyte of reports proving that several White Knight squads have been used to cover. Illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue, and using their weapons to hunt anyone down they find on the street. Several counter-terrorism forces from neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the Vice President. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zaibatsukor's CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly in and outside of that bank, it seems.
I'd recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside.
What if they break in?
They won't. Even then, the bar has quite the security system. And I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus.
Yeah, I guess I'll stay here tonight.
I'll get you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office?
No, I guess it's fine.
Good. Let's hope everything gets solved by the morning. I'll have Zonkanto on my hand, just in case.
The metal bat with nails?
There's nothing it can't bash.
Say, Gil, 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. Oh. Why did I not get my flawless bonus? Sleep tight, I'll protect you. Yeah, that was a bit of a short one. Wonder if I should just make this a longer one. Dana is right though, it's too dangerous to send Jill home with all that kind of bullshit happening in the streets. Yeah, let's just do another one.
Rise and shine!
Good morning.
It's 11 a.m. though.
That's morning for me on the weekends, and any other day. How's everything outside?
Still noisy, but forces seem to have been deployed to take care of most of them, at least.
How so?
Cyberpunk president is pleading for anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow.
Make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place.
Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out, and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knight they spot. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too.
Yeah, that's not surprising. I wonder if Say is okay. Should I be worried about Gil?
That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say even safer wherever he is than here?
I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today?
Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off.
No, right.
Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment?
Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Yeah, Dana will kick anybody's ass.
Okay then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way.
Sounds good. This is interesting.
And here we go.
Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey, boss, wanna hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit. Mostly as a thank you for helping me.
Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you that you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, you did.
What worries me is that beer always leads to something else.
To more beer?
I was gonna say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. But I think we're safe here.
Come on in then.
Excuse me.
Want one?
Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though. Smoke if you wanna.
Thanks.
Say, how is the chilly weather treating you?
Yeah, it gets cold from time to time, but nothing the kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Oh, right, boss. You're not very good with the cold, are you?
You know it.
You didn't bring your jacket here either.
Yeah, I left it at home when I was going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold. I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar.
Yeah, nobody did. Would you like a sweater or something?
Oh, don't mind me.
I insist. I have this hoodie for I have this hoodie for some time ago, and it's too big for me.
Why did you buy it then?
It was dirt cheap.
Right. Wait, where did you get this one?
Some flea market ages ago. Why?
Nothing, it's just like the one I had many years ago.
What happened to it?
Too much use, it just ripped.
I see. You can keep it if you want it, I never use it anyway.
We'll see.
Come to think of it, how old are you, boss?
I'm eternally 17.
Fair enough, 17 plus how much?
17 plus I'd have to cut your tongue out if you knew.
Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable.
Take your time.
Dots. Hi, 4. Dots.
Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction.
Oh, yeah, that's just 4. He's just wary of new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm him up quickly, though. Just give him time.
He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green.
Or gold. Yeah, weird, huh? At first I thought they were like that because he was small and but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss?
Back at home we had a bear.
What?
Good old Bosco. He kept intruders way better than any dog.
Yeah, because it's a fucking bear. Right. Well, this is a cute picture. Is the who is that? Looks like Dorothy.
This picture isn't something you see every day.
Huh? Yeah, me taking a sappy pic.
No, a framed picture on printed paper. It's so vintage.
Yeah, I have a picture I need to print out. I told y'all about Snuggles. I have this little picture frame that I'm gonna put her photo in that's sitting on top of her ashes right now. The box that contains her ashes.
Who are these?
That's, the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister.
Huh. Is this pic recent, or...?
Actually, that's from like 3-4 years ago. Dots.
You look exactly the same.
I'm only 27. What did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old.
I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit to calling her your ex.
Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away. Haven't said a word since.
Really? That's hard to picture you doing such a thing. You look so happy in this pic. Why have her pick out like this then?
I just couldn't get my mind off of something that Alma said to me. About missing the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head on their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know, it felt nostalgic. And miserable.
I'll just put this away.
Dots. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my mind that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. I'd be a mess.
It's never too late to apologize, Jill.
Maybe.
What's this on the table?
Gasp.
Looks like an
It's nothing. Now, please give that to me.
Glope. Alright. I saw nothing, don't worry.
Dots. Anyway, let's grab some beers.
Guide me. Damn, you got lots of beer.
This is a cute view. Shine spark out. Mickey. Beer so far, cans 12. Remaining beer, 100%.
Damn, you have lots of beer.
Well, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card, so a point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. Just with that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get.
Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these?
Sure, drink a beer. Sip. The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. And besides, the one in the bar is a double IPA. This one is more of a Pilsner? I don't know what any of this is.
In English, please.
This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor.
Dunno, it doesn't taste lighter to me. Is this one made with that, what was the name of the base liquid you use in the bar again?
Neutrogenic... What? Nutriogenic... dichrometrical lidogenol. Or NDL.
It was a supplement or something, right?
It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. Sip. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars.
And this one is made with it?
Let's see. Yep, there it is. Near the end, NDL and cornstarch.
Cornstarch?
It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly, and they need it for packaged drinks.
I see. I just realized something.
What?
You're a nerd, Jill.
Guilty as charged. I am also a nerd, I just don't know about drinks. We all have our special interests. There's my alcohol collection, if you ever feel like getting anything else.
Those bottles over there?
I can't afford a fancy fridge or whatever for them, so I just put them in plain sight. I'm guessing if some authority on alcohol came in here, he'd stab me for crimes against beverages or something. Anyway, many of them are still drinkable. I could get you some of the absinthe I brought to the bar if you want.
I'm not Oscar...
Yay!
I'm not an Oscar Wilde kind of person, sadly. More like Theodore Roosevelt girl.
I don't know anything about that. Yeah, Oscar Wilde drank a fuckload of absinthe. Sip. Oscar Wilde is one of my special interests. I have a teddy bear on my closet. On my closet. But I don't think you can drink it.
No, that's not what I... Wait, you do?
I'm not ashamed of Dr. Fluff, but it just happens that I have a cat. And I don't want bears fillings spilled all over the place. None of my cats have fucked up with my stuffed animals. Honestly, dogs are more of a danger to that.
Oh. Anyway, bear's fine. Don't worry.
If you say so.
Where did that collection come from, anyways?
Calling it a collection is too generous, I think. I got it from my grandpa. He made a will where the only thing stipulated was that I got them.
That's sweet.
I've already downed some of it through the years. Half of them have colored water instead of alcohol.
I guess you need to be an expert or something to notice the difference.
Yeah, I make sure that the water's the right color, though. Bottom line, if you want to taste anything from it, let me know.
You're too kind. On a side note, it surprises me that you kept that poster of me in the room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less of a joke, you know?
Does it make you uncomfortable?
If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face.
I don't know, some people might feel weird about having their face in somebody's house.
I'm still wondering why you did that, though.
Aside from filling an empty slot on the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. Also, she's just like... Dana's great. I fucking love Dana. I guess it's like someone gave you, I don't know, a dildo-shaped trophy or something that you had it there as a conversation starter. Although no one comes here anyway, so it's kind of pointless.
What? No steamy nights of passion?
Not since a year ago, I think. I'd rather not talk about what happened then.
Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can dish out the pain.
No, nothing of the sort. A different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess. A not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. Oh yeah, Dana fucking loves her friend. She'll beat the shit out of people.
That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. Did you just call me a dildo face?
That's what friends are for. Hey boss, be honest with me here.
About what?
Who's Gil exactly?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Who the fuck is he?
Oh, yeah, that. Well, I have a couple of ideas. I know for certain that Gil was in the Hong Kong riots, and he took part in the anti-riot force before defecting. That should give me a clue as to who he is, but so far I only found out about one such defector, and he didn't leave Hong Kong for at least 4 years. I also know for certain that Gil was in England and France during that time frame. And it's always like that. When I think I have a clue about who he is, something else comes up and that contradicts the evidence. That guy's troublesome.
A bit, yeah. I wonder if Gil's alright.
You worried about him?
You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot.
You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him.
And the third?
He absolutely hates bell pepper.
He does? I hate durians. Durians are fucking disgusting.
I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it.
Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something.
He's not.
Man, what a baby. How'd you meet such a guy? Let's crack open another one right now.
He showed up at the door of the bar.
You what?
Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion.
Right. Levitation potion.
It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said that he didn't have money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave him the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying.
Huh?
I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it.
Sip.
He wanted a second chance or whatever, so I told him that he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day.
Damn.
I tried and failed to find out anything about him, so I decided to take him at face value. I'd judge him from what he did as an employee, and aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been loyal as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally.
What surprises me is that you took him in so easily.
I can take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily.
Yeah, that's understandable. Seeing somebody jump off of a roof can scar you, I'm sure, in ways I can't imagine. I see.
You made the bar more lively yourself, you know?
How so?
Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker. I can't remember her name.
Alma?
I was gonna say
Armitage? She's a girl, you know.
I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl.
Says the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak about her family, she speaks with such love, her face just brightens up. Makes me kinda jealous that she has such a close relationship with them, to be honest.
You have a bad relationship with your family?
Not bad. I'm just not exactly close to anyone aside from my mom, dad, and aunt. Hi, Yoshi. But back to Alma, I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. I mean, she's so bent on finding one, I can't help but want her to succeed.
Ah, I see. There's also that sex worker robot girl.
Dorothy.
She intrigues me, though. I've seen a lot of sex workers over the years, but she's pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather she takes it with such a childish excitement.
I kinda noticed that, too. But then again, Lilum can be weird.
You think?
Lilum operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in a collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. Yeah, if you're not an organic figure, losing a limb, or what would be the point of pain? That makes a lot of sense. You wouldn't really need pain if you're not gonna have to worry about, like, if you damaged, oh no, I can just fix it. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions, like fear or love, but they are different. Like a different culture, if you must.
I didn't see it that way.
Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. All of them get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she has a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Sip.
Interesting. The name Lilum is a bit weird, though.
It is?
You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilum doesn't convey the image of automatons.
Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll is like calling them fake.
Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilum?
As far as I know, it's because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith, and Lilum and Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore.
Oh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julian and you Julianne, and you tore me a new one with your glare.
Dots.
See? Like that.
It's no big secret. It's just one of those things that it feels silly when you say it out loud.
Try me.
Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior, Julianne?
Not at all, but my little sister was a big fan of the reruns.
Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything, from the dolls, to the costumes, to the lunchboxes. It didn't help that it was one of the shows that got strapped literally everywhere. What?
I saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice.
It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presents Jules hating her job because it invited enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kid's show. Oh, so magical girl. Even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Challenging as fuck.
Whoa, you get excited there.
And that's the problem. Back then, I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs, I dressed like her, I even recited full chapters.
Something tells me you still can.
That's besides the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school. And what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. Yeah, they sure are. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs.
Sounds rough.
You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I worried about jerkasses singing the theme tune. What? I worried about the jerkasses singing the theme tune of the show mocking me. Sip. Anyway, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect.
And yet it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's actually kind of reasonable.
I'm sure hope it is. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? Let's crack open another one.
When I was a toddler, I was the kind always to fight the bigger kids than me. Then puberty happened, and I became a Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years of 12 to 15, the better.
Fair enough. Teenagers are jerks. It's fine if you were an asshole and then realized, oh yeah, I probably shouldn't be like that anymore.
So Jill, what kind of guy was your grandpa?
He was rough around the edges, the kind of guy that means well, even if he says otherwise. He seemed to have a soft spot for me, though. One moment he was congratulating my dad by berating him a little, and then the next he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot and my mom was always traveling, so I spent most of my childhood with him.
Can I ask how he died?
Out of old age. My dad said his last words were something like, "Fucking scientists created talking mannequins and they still can't let you upload your brain." Why the question?
I'm curious about you. Really curious. I just realized even though we see each other almost every day, I know very little about you.
Oh.
From what you tell me, though, seems your grandpa's personality rubbed off on you a bit.
I've heard that. I've heard that one since I was a kid, actually. You know, boss, I was a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it?
Keep in mind, you're included in this circle, too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. Anyway, I have this friend that I've known for a long time. Red-headed, glasses-wearing, gun nut named out called Iris.
The one you called for the helmet thing?
That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly.
She's managing a bar too?
I got the idea from her, actually.
Oh.
It's called...
Oh, yeah. I think they're making this game?
And one RV and A, if you really thought this city was dangerous. You should see the people she has to deal with there.
I think they're making Nirvana? I think. At least it's up on Steam as a thing in progress.
Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with.
And means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there?
I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar on its own building elsewhere and opened Nirvana B in the hotel instead.
Weird decision.
I believe she said that she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. So the bar is her woman cave.
Woman cave.
Aside from that, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister. That's a given. Oh, and there's my old partner from when I was the Neo San Francisco Police Force. Good old Lexi. She gave me a call sometime.
Wait, you were in the what?
I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot.
Corporate what?
I still see my face on the website from time to time. Anyway, aside from you, Gil, my sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there's a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones who want to hurt me. What about you?
I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home in college, I went out a lot, but it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friend was moving here. My closest friend since moving here is Alma. Oh, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's 4, but that cat is a hermit and refuses to go out. And you know, he's a cat. Sip.
Hey, a cat's fine too, you know.
Hey boss, what will you do when the bar closes?
I don't know. Maybe I'll take a friend's offer working for her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Or maybe going traveling for a while.
I see.
Oh, but don't worry, bureaucracy's slow as fuck, so they won't close the bar for quite a while. Better enjoy being there while you can.
Yeah, maybe. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in?
I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to.
You're sending me to someone you have problems with?
If I have to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He is actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throats is an unrelated matter.
I'll trust you on that then. Sip.
Don't worry. Maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something.
We'll see.
Hey, tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both go on vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a bit.
Yeah, maybe. Well, that was nice. Just hang out with the boss for a while. Is this like an intermission? Oh, it was a chapter. Alright. Jill's curious about the Daruma she saw. Getting one will prevent her from getting too distracted. Let's go buy her a Daruma. I found some Hime Daruma dolls recently. Jill bought what she wanted, and she's pleased with herself. We're not gonna read anything, though. This has already been a bit long. So yeah, like, subscribe, and all that noise. I'll see you in the next one, folks. Later.